and welcome back to Semi-Intelligence. This is our second episode, and we're going to be talking about Star Trek Discovery. So with me are...
Matt.
And Michael.
Okay, guys. So how did you like Discovery? Did it live up to your expectations, or was it something entirely different?
Well, I wasn't really thinking... I didn't really have any expectations. I was just super excited that there was a new Star Trek out. And
did you think it was gonna be like Next Generation or Deep Space Nine?
No, I was actually thinking this was like the new J.J. Abrams kind of universe, but it's not, right?
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
I think it's even a different universe altogether.
But,
yeah.
But like they had the same sort of like it's more high tech than the original series and all that stuff. I really love the special effects.
It's adapted for modern times.
Yeah.
So
even it's not like we have technology better than what the original series had.
Even though it's set in the past.
Yeah.
I was really surprised by the new design for the Klingons.
Yeah.
And
loads of people liked it and loads of people didn't.
Yeah, I'm more on the liking side. I'm not really attached. I know it's fiction, so like in the original series, they hardly had any makeup, so like they didn't look like they just looked like people.
I think people expected them to look like Worf, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, people forget that the original series, they were just people with makeup, and in the Next Generation, they had a bit more sort of prosthetics on, but they did look different then. For them to look different now really makes no real difference to me. If anything, the fact that they look more alien-like, even they have 2 legs and 2 arms, it's, well, it just sort of fits the sort of universe a bit better.
I like how they actually spoke Klingon more.
And it was actually subtitles and all that.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of like nationalism like involved in the whole thing, but it's cool.
I mean, Star Trek has always had some sort of message to send.
Yeah.
So.
I was thinking more like tonally, like, because loads of people thought it was going to be like a happy thing, like, Next Generation basically.
Yeah.
But it was like a mashup of like Deep Space Nine and maybe a bit of...
Yeah,
I'd say I'd say it really didn't have that many... I mean, you could always point elements to different aspects, but I mean, you could even point a bit to Voyager in the sense that the overarching storyline means a bit more. But I do like in this how every episode contributed to the main storyline, not just...
And you couldn't watch it like one episode at a time.
Yeah, you had to watch it in order. Everything mattered, and I prefer stories like that. And everything's a bit more concise. It really went beyond my expectations. I was expecting something where there wasn't so much of an... I was expecting something good, but not so much of a good overarching story.
Because like they didn't start out great. Because at the beginning it was like a CBS only access thing, and then they got Netflix on and all that, and it was like such a journey. I was like, oh, maybe they're gonna struggle a bit, but they didn't, which was good. Also, what are your guys' thoughts on like the characters and the overall diversity? Like, it's reflective of the current age and all that, which sci-fi is meant to be. But, like, did it go, like, above and beyond?
A bit further?
Yeah?
I mean, not really.
Star Trek has always been the forefront of diversity. I'd say, really, the focus for me was how good the story was, who was in it, and the characters. They were great characters. They worked very well.
Yeah.
They're very well fleshed out.
Yeah. I have the same attitude as Michael. Like, I didn't... hey, Michael.
Same name. Anyway.
But the only thing that kind of screwed me up a bit was Michael was a girl.
Yeah.
And,
but it fits, though, because...
Well, sharing the same name isn't an issue, but it's just, like, what I mentally think. But other than that, it really... didn't bother me too much.
No, because Michael was her dead father's name.
That's something I didn't realize.
I didn't know that.
Okay, you should watch After Trek then.
Okay,
they explained
cool.
it. Yeah.
So she actually had another human name?
She probably did, but like, because Sarek found her, and it was like...
I guess there's also like
this
Michael Jr. or something. Like, you'd have a junior and senior.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So it's like, whatever.
But in the end, it's not consequential who what the name is anyway. It's... I really enjoyed the fact that she wasn't, like, as in the story wasn't centered around the captain at first, and that her story was different, not starting off from someone of high status and honor, but starting off with some challenge, something she needs to overcome, and sort of working way back up.
Because even though like she's like from a Vulcan background and all that, it's not Spock's story. It's like something totally different because she's not like well established either. This isn't in her like middle of her life kind of thing where she's like established.
It means that you can actually grow as a character.
Yeah. Well, actually, she's kind of fairly established already. First officer.
No, but then she fucked up. Like.
Oh yeah, she. Yeah.
And even then, that's a questionable fuck up. It really, that episode does really raise what are the moralities of this. Is it?
Yeah.
What, I mean,
love the
a Vulcan would say it's the correct thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the fact that like the Vulcan hello or whatever it was called, it was like such a thing you didn't expect because the
but
episode,
it's very logical.
The episode was called a Vulcan hello or something like that. Yeah. And then it was like you didn't expect it because you expect the Vulcans to be like all calm and non-violent.
Almost peaceful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when it's logical to be violent, they be violent.
I like how because there's like a trend nowadays for the show to be really dark in themes and all that, and I liked how at the end, like spoilers, but like at the end it was still the Starfleet way that won, and it wasn't destroy the whole Klingon planet and all the rest of it.
Oh yeah,
no, I would agree with that because in the end, if you still need a show, especially if there's a message to send and you want to send the good message, you have to have the good guys win.
Because even though Saru, he grew so much as a character, but like at the same time it was him who like did that pep talk and we can't succumb to the darkness, we have to keep our Starfleet values.
Yeah, but only because he was eaten in the other universe. So
I guess,
he was the one that they like cooked, right? Because
he was the species that they were eating. But that being said, I think the importance of that was that originally he wasn't so upspoken and his leadership skills were not as developed, I'd say. And at this point, going from someone who's a bit scared of everything to being able to come out and have a sort of meaningful speech to push everyone in the right direction. No, that's character growth.
So going over the characters in general, so we got Michael Burnham, Saru, Jojo, Ash Tyler, Tilly, Lorca, and then like Laurel, and then...
Which one's Laurel again?
Laurel, it's she's the prisoner that they kept.
Yes, the Vulcan.
The Klingons.
Yeah, okay, yep.
Yeah.
The rapist.
Yeah. We'll get on to that later, but like right now...
Interesting twists.
Yeah, like who was your favourite out of all those? Or like who'd you relate to the most?
Probably Michael. Oh, did you say, was Michael in that list?
Yeah, like all the characters.
Yeah. I mean, she's gone through so much like crap in her life and all that stuff. And then like once she's finally at the cusp of gaining command, like she fucks up again. Well, she wasn't really a fuck up, but like she was pushed back again for circumstances, and she just keeps coming and coming. And then there was like that thing when she was like put in the brig, and then like her ship was the section of her ship got damaged.
I really like that scene because you know how one of the cadets or whatever or the ensigns were like, "Oh, what are we doing here? We're meant to be explorers, not soldiers," and then he died. I'm like, oh.
You just like seeing people die.
No, like that speech, like, we're explorers, not soldiers, like really got to me.
He came from the bridge. He was told to go to sick bay, and then he like and it was like, oh fuck. I really I mean the battle scenes were spectacular, especially in the earlier episodes. I love those. That really grabbed me.
What about you? Favorite character?
I'd say I relate more to Michael Burnham in the sense, but mostly because the story sort of focused around her and her struggles. I really did enjoy Ash Tyler as a character.
He was pretty complicated though, because at the beginning he was like...
Because he couldn't really tell exactly who he was or what he was going to do.
I didn't get him.
When the twist came around.
Like, is there a real Ash Tyler that was just integrated into... Okay.
The real Ash Tyler existed, just...
Yeah. So
but like him physically is like Volk.
Oh wait, so Volk is So he
like,
was made out of Volk's body?
No. Like Volk's body was like modified to look like Ash Tyler, but like Ash Tyler's memories and all that was implanted.
Also,
over the top of them.
Okay, I get it now. So but Ash Tyler is basically dead physically.
Basically,
I get it now.
I actually quite like Tilly.
Killy. Captain Killy.
Yeah, I really liked her because loads of like the, I guess like outcast characters, like not even Michael, but like just like Tilly and Saru, like the not cool kids basically. They develop so much. Their character developed so much that at the end, Tilly in the alternate universe was a captain and Saru's an actual captain, and like. I liked how Michael didn't laugh at her, because you know how she was like, I'm gonna be a captain someday, and then like Michael actually encouraged her and went like running with her and all that. Yeah, I really liked their friendship.
I really enjoyed the episode where Tilly had to pretend to be captain.
And then she took it a little bit far.
Yeah,
but it's just funny seeing the awkward situation, but also the forced growth there.
Yeah. I love the uniforms. I love the concept of the Terran Empire, and then like the Emperor being like Crouching Tiger.
She's legit like Crouching Tiger.
Yeah, and she's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know. I wanted them to all fly.
Dude, you know that thing that she like the weapon that she used? It was based on a fidget spinner.
What's that?
Like, you know the thing she threw around
she
like
threw
that?
In the cup.
Yeah, like that almost frisbee thing.
Really?
It was based on a fidget spinner.
When it went through everyone's heads.
Like the writers were like, oh yeah, we were bored in the office, and we were like, oh, what should she use? Should she use a sword? And then someone had a fidget spinner on their desk, and they're like, okay, let's use this. Yeah.
Oh well.
The hallmark of our time.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, so talking about relationships, we need to get on to Culber and Stamets.
Oh yeah, the gay guys.
Yeah. So, what did you think about them?
No, that was pretty cool. They're including gay guys and stuff. Like, but I don't know. I thought it was really sad when Volk killed what's his face and
Culber.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's black as well, so it's an interracial gay couple thing. So ticking all the boxes. So
again, it's the forefront of just diversity and just inclusiveness.
Yeah.
I like how they didn't actually make a big deal out of it. They just
it's just part of the story. It doesn't need to be a big deal. It just should be natural. It should. So this is what 10% of the population. That means 10% of the relationships should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that they're gonna bring him back next season, because Wilson Cruz on Twitter was like, "Oh yeah, I'm being brought back."
Oh well, looking forward to how they do that. Or maybe in the other
I don't know
person
if it's flashbacks or maybe he's like from the mycelium network's gonna like bring him back or something.
Potentially.
Oh, that's such a Deus Ex Machina.
No, because people were getting like me included, but like people were getting really angry at how, because you know how science fiction has a history of like fridging like either gay characters or people of color.
What's frigging?
Fridging, like that just means like killing off and not bringing back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fridge.
Yeah, fridge.
As in refrigerator.
Yeah, yeah. Like, that's why people were getting really upset about, like, oh, he's a gay character and he's a person of color and you're gonna kill him off along with the other, person of color, like, because Jojo was killed as well. And then they were getting, like, just really angry. So he had to go on Twitter and be like, oh, yeah, like, they're gonna bring me back, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, cool, because he's already, like, got the contracts and all that. So.
I guess, or just, like, because loads of the fans were, like, gonna... I don't know if they were actually, but they were gonna like boycott or they were gonna complain, and because the writers can't say anything actually because plot and all that, he was, he went out and said. Yeah,
that's cool. I wonder how.
Ultimately, I think for that, him passing away was more of a character moment for Stamets. For him to
for that bit,
part of his sort of struggle.
I guess they didn't really like explore his grieving, because you know how I know they were in the middle of a battle and all that, but he didn't really have time to grieve. It was all like, oh yeah, let's get to it and all that. And also like Culber died so suddenly as well. It wasn't like a grand thing. It was just oh, he got his neck snapped.
Well, Stamets was very much out of it at the time. I think story-wise it makes sense they didn't at first, but like so long as it's seen later on that he does.
He was only
maybe at the start of the next one seeing him that he's really kicking in.
Because you know how on the last episode everyone got their medals or whatever, and you didn't really see. You just saw him like very happy, I guess. Like it might be a front or whatever, but you didn't see his process of grieving or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, he just moved on.
I thought like their escape from the mycelium network was part of that. Because like he got a
he did get he did.
That was like vision. Some closure, but people thought it wasn't enough.
Well, ultimately, there's another season coming out.
Yeah,
we'll just wait and see.
So it's probably gonna come back either through the mycelium network or like the evil version from the mirror universe.
No, because they were saying how Culber was meant to stand for like everything good, and that's why they didn't include him in the alternate universe.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm like, if he's that good, why'd you kill him off?
I was wondering why I couldn't think to remember where he was in the alternate universe.
Yeah.
Like the writers made a point of not including him because he was like what's it?
It doesn't have
like he doesn't have any like evil qualities or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems fairly clear that the reason for killing him off is purely story-wise, and there's good meaning behind it.
Yeah.
But bringing him back, I'm sure, is good meaning as well. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
As long as it's not a Deus Ex Machina, they bring him back. Just like appears randomly in his minds.
Yeah.
I mean, there should be some level of struggle, at least try to fit it within the universe.
It's like the mycelium network. It's like, oh, there's something plot hole here. Oh, yeah, mycelium network done.
No, but like he still has it like within him, kind of. Even though his plants are dying, but like, you know. Also, like, I just want to like correct something, kind of, but like, Culber and Stamets, they're actually like not the first gay couple in Star Trek, I think, because like people like BuzzFeed are saying like, oh yeah, they're the first gay couple, but they're not, and they're not even like the first gay kiss on Star Trek, because you know like Dax, like Jadzia Dax in Deep Space Nine, like and I think also Kira as well.
Oh yeah, I know. Definitely knew Kira was a lesbian. I thought they had a thing
Dax because Dax is an alien and both male and female depending. But I mean, for what's physically seen on TV, I think that's what matters.
Yeah.
Okay, so second most important relationship I think would be Sarek and Burnham, like their father-daughter dynamic. Also maybe Giorgio and Burnham, the mother-daughter dynamic. Yeah. So what do you guys think about that?
Emperor Giorgio reminds me of my mom.
I think they'll go for that vibe though.
Oh yeah, okay.
Kind of evil, but somewhat still has that motherly touch. I mean, in the alternate universe, she was still the mentor to the alternate Burnham.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Also, like the small things, you know how they were, even though they were eating like
Saru.
Yeah, Saru. She was still like so kind. She was like, "Oh, here's a ganglia," like you know.
Yeah, it's like
all that.
You're gonna have the special bit.
yeah, because that's like what your parents do for you. But like it was so.
Is this where we all turn vegetarian now?
I don't know, man. Like
at least not eating sentient beings, that's for sure.
Well, cows are pretty sentient. They've been shown to have like levels of intelligence higher than dogs.
If they can do calculus, then
calculus. See, calculus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please keep that.
Okay, Michael. So, what do you think about Sarek and Burnham or Giorgio and Burnham?
So, since Matt went over Giorgio a bit, so Sarek was interesting in the sense of having a Vulcan father, but being a human, and not just like half human, half Vulcan, like fully human with full emotions, trying to suppress that. I mean, Sarek sort of took her in and had a good amount of advice, but of course he was always very distant and Vulcan-like. And she was almost like a project for him.
Yeah, you know how there's a meme going around, like Sarek 343, like 343 have like commandeered and like a spaceship and flew off, like doing God knows what. Because it's like Cyborg, Spock, and then Michael, they've all like committed.
Rebelled.
Yeah, they've all committed mutiny, and like you know, so 3 for 3. Yeah.
Runs in the family.
Yeah, runs in the family. I guess I just found it really interesting how like Sarek was, because you didn't really see him in the original series with Spock. And then there wasn't really any like...
That's the thing, he was very distant with Spock as well. I mean, that is another universe, but let's pretend those relationships existed in the same way.
I mean, there's still like... I don't think we're gonna see like Zachary Quinto and like Chris Pine and all that in this universe. But like in the end, they were like, oh, there's the Enterprise and all that. So
oh yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah,
that's right. I'll be interested to see how Michael and...
Oh wait, but is Spock old enough to be on it? Like he's...
No, he'd be there. They would be approximately the same age.
They're like
or at least at the same level of development.
Yeah, they're like at the same rank, basically, yeah.
Oh, so he's...
Like someone did like calculations and they're like the same rank.
Okay, so he's first officer of Enterprise at that point.
I think so.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So it would be interesting to see how they interact.
Yeah.
I mean, they would of course know each other, but I wonder if their relationship is good or rocky or maybe they're distant.
Who's going to be playing Spock?
I don't know if it will appear though, because people, you know, might complain and all that, but, you know.
Yeah, people and complain.
People.
Enjoy the story of it.
No,
it doesn't matter who's playing it. Just
Yeah. But it was really interesting because there hasn't been like any like family, I guess, strong familial relations.
Family gatherings.
Not family gatherings, but like just like a strong relationship with like the mother and the daughter, or like whatever. Since like Troy in The Next Generation, and like her mom, and I guess Neelix, but like...
Neelix had a mother?
No, it was fairly like...
But like just like family, So it was like nice to see something where it's like not just, you know, like friends or like a romantic relationship or whatever. And it's like a bigger family thing.
I guess if you want family, you watch Star Wars.
Yeah.
You see how bad family can get.
Okay, so hot topic, Ash and Laurel. So you were gonna say something before?
Which one's Ash and Laurel again?
Ash Tyler. Laurel is the...
Ash Tyler and Laurel. You were gonna say something before and I was like,
we're
gonna do that later.
Oh yeah, Ash Tyler.
The rape that was, but technically wasn't because it was
I didn't like that.
Like different levels of consciousness.
Yeah.
Don't think about it.
But like when I saw that episode, I was like, wow, cool. Like this is the most Star Trek episode I've ever seen.
Really?
Because it tackles in like the 1960s, Star Trek was, you know, all about, you know, racial like relations and that kind of thing. Yeah. And at that time, that was like the biggest, most you know,
the biggest thing you can tackle.
Yeah. And then this one is like I think at that time it was just before the Weinstein scandal was about to break or something like that. Or
was it?
You know, the hashtag Me Too.
Yeah, I know. So, but like
that was I've just never seen a Star Trek or any kind of or any other like sci-fi cover that like
that actually talks about like sexual assault.
Yeah. I mean, you see that in sort of more sort of realistic things like
they did it
Law
in
and Order SVU.
They did it in Jessica Jones.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. That's the entire first season, mate.
I don't actually watch this.
Okay.
Sorry. But yeah, that was like I thought that was groundbreaking TV to me because I'm not very I mean I stay with the main franchises.
Yeah. And what about you?
It was interesting that it was tackled. I don't think they went in too deep.
You don't think they did it well?
No, well I don't think it was done badly. I think it just fitted with the story, and I don't think there was a terribly big message attached to it. Other than, of course, it was bad, but I have a feeling in the Star Trek universe, crime like that doesn't happen as often.
Yeah.
It's a bit more rare.
I just found it because he had those flashbacks and he was kind of like incapacitated and couldn't carry out.
I have a feeling it's PTSD.
Yeah, it's PTSD.
Yeah.
So, which is like good in like the Star Trek universe because everyone's like, you know, the poster person for, you know, Starfleet. But like having that issue explored, I found was like really good. I didn't like how at the end it was like, oh yeah, he's actually Vogue, so no rape there, like kind of thing. I didn't like that at all. And how he basically, you know how he like
basically got confusing whether it was what the real meaning to that was.
And also at the end, because he said like goodbye to Burnham, and then he left with Laurel, and it was like all fucking like happy families, and I'm like, what? Like, what happened? I just like Laurel, she's trying her best, and like at the end she does kind of bring peace to the
Empire.
Yeah, to the Klingon Empire and all that. But at the same time, I'm like, she's still a rapist. Like,
it's very much grey area.
They made it super grey because it's like.
I guess because the world is grey, it's not black and white. Exactly.
Well, she's also grey. Oh wait. No.
Oh, I see.
But I was like
into alien racism.
Yeah, because it's like, who did you commit the assault on? Like the overlaid consciousness on. Is the overlaid consciousness still real, or what's happening?
I mean, it's still real.
Yeah.
It's just.
And he was legit having like panic attacks and all that. So I'm like, well, you know.
Yeah,
I didn't like that.
It's exploring new things.
Yeah.
But I was super surprised that he had Volk inside. I didn't really understand until you guys explained to me now what happened exactly. So, but I was super surprised that Volk was in there, and then when he saw himself like in the alternate universe, and he started fighting, and then I was like, what the fuck? I was like, whoa, mind blown.
Yeah. Okay, so. Another hot topic, Lorca, what do you think about him? And maybe his relationship, with Burnham?
Attempted relationship.
Yeah. I was surprised that he was from the alternate universe.
Really?
It was a really good twist.
Yeah.
There were like so many signs there.
Okay,
I just thought he was like a rebel, or like kind of maverick kind of guy, and you kind of need those kind of people to push scientific boundaries a little bit.
It's because of that, and then he turns out to be a bad guy. I think they're trying to dissuade those kinds of thinking.
Yeah. Those signs only make sense once you know, once it's almost revealed. In the end, anyway, it's those signs alone don't allow you to make the logical step is from the other universe.
I mean, he was willing
only
to
when you find out when they are sensitive to light as well.
No, not those signs. I meant like, he was willing to sacrifice, Stamets to get to
but that could have been just new wartime type of general adapting to the times.
Yeah, people
that's
get
what I assumed at first.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. But it was super surprising. And then what happened to the normal universe Lorca as well? Probably
he might come back.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe
possible. But
because they swapped, because like the two discoveries swapped.
I think so. Oh no, the discoveries didn't swap. Like
I think he just alone traveled back and said that he was the lone survivor.
Yeah.
Although I have a feeling what we're meant to assume at this point is that everyone died on his ship, including Lorca.
Himself. Yeah.
But who knows? Because it's sci-fi. Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
I liked how in the final scene where Lorca like kind of staggers towards Burnham, she just like moves to the side. Because you know how there's like that, like he collapses on his knees and like, holds the woman or whatever. Like that trope in science fiction, or like dying in someone's arms. Yeah. And then legit he just like gets kicked out the garbage chute.
Oh yeah, they copied Game of Thrones as well, didn't they?
It's not like a copy, but like I just found that really funny how they played on that trope, and Burnham was like, "Ew, no." There was a point about Lorca that I wanted to bring up as well. So loads of people were like standing him when
standing?
Like supporting him, basically saying like, "You guys are wrong," and the rest. So they were standing him and saying, he's just a new type of captain, and like, you guys should support him because he's all for the war effort.
Yeah.
And then they were, basically like slapped across the face because he's a bad guy and wanted to kill everyone. Yeah. So there was that subversion. Do you think there'll be those kinds of plot twists or like subversions on characters and tropes that we've seen before in Star Trek in future seasons? Or like
I hope there is a future season. Like there is going to be one, right?
Yeah, there's season 2,
Okay, cool.
I hope so. Of course, not exactly the same way, but I always hope there's some sort of twist, something that surprises me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's the role of Star Trek.
Because Star Trek, it's been going on for like 50 years, and like
Doctor Who, but Doctor Who is probably the same number of episodes or something like that.
No, they're like 10 episodes now, like per season, 10 episodes.
I mean, like in terms of like episode
total
count.
amount of episodes.
And they've like infinite. What does Spock say? Infinite diversity, something, whatever.
What?
Infinite diversity, infinite combinations or something like that. I'll have to look it up, but like I'm just looking forward to the new stuff that's going to come out. That's going to surprise me, same as Michael.
Because I really like it when like shows make fun of themselves. Basically, if they have like a very long run, and they have that history where people expect something, but they say like,
they do something else.
Yeah.
I just really hope you could see like a the baby Picard somewhere in
baby Picard. Just the bald baby.
It would be good to see these sort of small Easter eggs.
That'd be
if it doesn't make sense to add them into the story, then don't. But having them as like a little Easter egg or like throwing the name out there.
There was actually on Lorca's table there was just like one tribble. Like, did you see that? There was like just one tribble on his desk.
Oh, yeah, they have tribbles pretty much.
No, but just one, like...
You don't usually
What was the significance of just the one compared to the two?
No, because like...
Tribbles multiply really quickly.
Tribbles multiply like so quickly, and he only has a one. Like, what did he do to her?
Well, he's a bad guy. He probably sterilized it or something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was experimenting with all these sort of animals and stuff to see if he could find weapons.
Yeah.
To use them, like the tardigrade.
Yeah. I guess I really like the tardigrade as well because it was like calling into question like how much can you use something where it's like harming them and all the rest of it.
Oh, but Lorca comes from a different universe, so
no, but like it's like something for the audience to think about.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
You don't care. You like kill the tardigrade.
I don't know. I mean, we're very close to this, like because like we're at uni and I know a bunch of people that do sort of these kinds of experiments on mice, and I guess it's not the same level of intelligence, but I'm not sure.
It depends on the outcome, I'd say. So long as it's not proven, but there's a very good chance of something good coming out of it.
Yeah,
and so long as like nothing unnecessary is done, basically. But I'd really say it really depends on the circumstances.
And then we'd have to make
the extent.
We'd have to make our own judgment as well at the time as humans and as people.
The line needs to be drawn somewhere. I guess it's have to just debate with people and see where it's drawn. This is something which is very grey, and it depends on how grey.
There's also I wanted to talk about like Burnham and Tyler as well. Just like how he helped her and how they were like meant to be, but he fucking went with Laurel.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think about like their relationship?
I don't know.
You don't like it? Like
I think it was hard to have any proper opinions of it. In my view, it's just adds to the story. What's the purpose of it? And the purpose of it was to build their closeness, just simply to break it.
Yeah.
Really? I thought
Well, that's what I feel.
I thought he really helped her. Like, you know how like when the Enterprise had a party or whatever and he was like...
Oh, yeah, okay. He helped her feel being included and... so
and be
there
like
was that,
human.
Of course. No, you're completely right.
You mean Discovery? The Enterprise?
What?
Did we say
You said the Enterprise had a party.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, all of the ships are Enterprise.
No, they had a party on the... Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd say that's his purpose at first. Once the relationship started to build, I think that was there simply to break it. Simply for her to sort of face a new sort of front of troubles for her to face.
Yeah. I guess, like, people really shipped it, but I didn't really, because I'm like, I see the connection, but at the same time, like, they don't really go together.
It's hard to say.
Yeah. I mean, she tried to help him with his, like, PTSD and all the rest of it, but he was like... I'm kind of Klingon, like, I don't get it. Yeah. And it was all the thing, like, her parents and all that got killed by Klingons, and now she's, like...
Dating a Klingon,
like, all the rest.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, but, like,
I mean, that relationship is what brought up those issues to think about now, for her to face. And that's, in the end, how she's growing. So the relationship and the fact that it ended, given the circumstances, made sense.
Yeah.
But... Of course, whether you like it or not.
I guess there was also a bit about, like... Because there were loads of issues mentioned. Do you think, like, that kind of, like, contemporary reflection on society is going to continue? Because with the Klingons, loads of people were, like, pointing to Trump and the US and their nationalism. Do you think, like, as society changes and as whatever the shit happens now in real life happens, it will be reflected on screen in Star Trek, or
always. That's the tradition of Star Trek, isn't it?
You'd kind of think so.
Yeah.
Although I didn't get the Klingons being directly related to Trump and nationalism there. I mean, it definitely relates to nationalism, but they have a very competent leader.
I know.
I think it's more dictatorships that they're going after, and that or not even
because they were trying to unite the whole
I guess it's the anti-alien sentiment, I guess, the isolationism.
That's definitely it. Remain Klingon, that kind of thing.
But I mean, there is always you can always make these parallels.
I'm actually right now. I'm just trying to search up like the, how there's like an alpha shift and a beta shift, and like you always, they sort of shifts because it's like.
It sounds like something to do with like stars.
No, like, is this like related to?
Is this writing?
Oh no, I was just saying like the beta crew. Because they're obviously the alpha crew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's also a beta crew.
While they're sleeping, who's fine.
Yeah, or like, So I'm just trying to get their like names and all that. Because there's like so many. I can't.
Yeah, I guess we didn't really see much of them or hear much of them.
We actually, I think like compared to the TOS and all that, we actually saw quite a bit. Like
saw a bit.
Yeah.
I didn't really hear
much. Saru ran one of the beta crews, like the night crews.
No, like you see, like for example, I don't know what she's called, but like the one with like the helmet almost, like the robot helmet thing. You always saw her. You always saw the lady with like the dreads. Yeah, and then you saw the one with like an implant here, like a 7 of 9 implant, like a shaved head. Like you always saw them, which was slightly different from.
You knew a bit more about her because she was on Burnham's original ship.
Yeah.
Giorgio, but continue.
Oh no, I was just saying like how it was quite interesting for them to like introduce other people in the crew and not just have it focused on like 3 or 5 people. Like that was the original series.
Yeah. No, I can see a bit of like I very much enjoyed the Lower Decks episode and the Next Generation because it just introduced you to more of the characters that are around and just what goes on. No, that's something I do enjoy, even if they don't have a big part in the story. Just as long as you know they exist.
Yeah.
And have a name to them, you can at least feel a bit more for when a red shirt goes out and dies. It's
and it's not just like 5 people run this entire ship. Do you think there's gonna be more episodes of them as a crew on the Discovery, or do you think it's going to be like stuff on Earth or whereabouts, like for season 2?
Where could they go with season 2 now?
Well, they're meant to go back. Did they make it back to Earth?
Yeah, to get their medals.
Oh, okay, yes. So
they're able to transport.
And then like Sarek and Michael were like talking in the rain and being sad. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was a distress call from the Enterprise.
Yeah,
was it a
that's
distress
right.
call?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen the last episode.
Yeah,
that's true. So
I hope they find the alternate universe ship. What was it called? The Defiant.
I think so. But that probably like died. Maybe I don't know. Like it might have gotten killed by Klingons.
Well, I'd say it wouldn't be a big focus on Earth. Because generally there isn't one. I mean, in the movies, there are a couple of movies where they are. Like the First Contact and Voyage Home, for example. But they're individual stories.
Voyage Home was just the space whale. No, it's space whale.
No, that's
Comes full circle.
Yeah. But other than sort of individual storylines, which could be the entirety of season 2, I'd say there's no real reason to go back, and it's a sci-fi. Why spend your time on Earth when you can spend it elsewhere? The only reason they spent that much time on Earth is because they went back in time to explore modern days, or at least then what was modern days.
I want that to happen though, like just to have all of the Esseres like, I guess I'll just stay on the ship then.
Yeah, they haven't had a proper time travel episode yet. I mean, there's only been 10 episodes, but
they haven't they don't really do it much. I mean, the holodeck hasn't been invented yet, right? Or has it?
Not at that time. Yeah, the holodeck was about the Next Generation. That was the innovation in Next Generation, but in the original series there wasn't a holodeck that I can't remember. I mean, even I think they're pushing it a bit with the replicators as well, because I thought the replicators were invented in the TNG era.
No, replicators were in TOS, but you just saw them with food and all that.
Okay, cool.
And it was like a floppy disk thing. Like you put the floppy disk in, and then it gave you the food, and you took it out. It was like a ration card almost. But that one, I guess you just, I don't know, retina scan or something like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no floppy disk.
Oh man, I should see the original series properly.
Yeah,
like I've seen
not in HD though, because it's like not worth. Yeah, because all you see basically is like the lack of money they had and like how poor their costumes were, because you can like see the zip at the back and everything.
Oh, cool.
No, it like, I don't know, for me it kind of wrecked the magic.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of the original series, primarily because I didn't start with it, and going back to it, at least from seeing the Next Generation.
You can't really.
It's just a bit cheesy.
But that's kind of like with Doctor Who for me, actually. So I can't really stand the black and white ones, but the Tom Baker ones, just because he's like so famous, I think is really cool.
You know, for me, I watched the 2009 movie, and then I made my way through all of the original series.
Oh really?
Like I was like just jumping.
So you're a JJ fan?
I'm not. That was like a gateway, but I'm like not his fan at
Gateway
all.
drug. Yeah.
Gateway drug.
I don't like him. Yeah.
I enjoy those movies, but I don't think there's a good. I wouldn't enjoy them as a full series type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, the movies weren't really designed as a series.
I only liked Star Trek Beyond, because that was like the cast, and like I think what's his name, like Justin Chong and all that directed it, and it was like from the heart, and it wasn't just for money. Yeah.
Yeah, wait, which one's Beyond? Is that the one with
the 50th
Cumberbatch?
Anniversary one?
Oh no, that's not the one with Cumberbatch.
No, it's the one with Jayla.
Oh, okay.
And like they get stranded on
yeah.
And it's got the old 100-year-old chip.
Yeah.
I forget the name of it, but
okay, it's like that human alien guy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you ruined
Idris Elba.
You ruined the Earth by becoming the Federation.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
I like that one because it actually like addressed issues, and it wasn't just Benedict Cumberbatch flies in space. Like,
and shooting things.
Yeah, and shooting. Yeah.
Which that's good to see, but not think about.
Yeah.
With Star Trek, I do prefer something to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a problem with 2-hour movies, isn't it?
That's.
Yeah.
I mean, this always
there were
was
at least
like
messages in the movies. The original one. I mean, A Voyage Home was, don't kill the whales.
Yeah.
Otherwise, a big ship will come over and kill everyone.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, for this one, the quality was so amazing. Like, I don't know what I expected, but that was like, it almost felt like you were watching a movie every single episode.
For the Discovery.
Yeah, for Discovery.
I mean, they're hour-long episodes, just right.
Yeah. But
and this means there's 10 hours worth of content.
Yeah.
I really look forward to every episode.
Yeah.
No, I do pretty much enjoy TV series these days a lot more than when I was much younger, because of the budgets and because it seems. I'd say.
Do they have bigger budgets though? Is it just that the technology has improved?
I'd say better technology is more.
I guess both as well, because it's like
prices.
a Netflix one.
Yeah.
So both. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, we could. I mean, this might be a sci-fi project. We could make our own shitty movie. We just use like Octane renderer and Unity, and like we can make our own models and shit. Then that'll be like.
I guess.
It just takes time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it doesn't because
when you have an army of people, it's a lot easier.
Yeah,
you get paid.
It is, but before just get funding from Student HQ. So like when you think about it, just our phones, we like HD cameras, we can and then I'd say maybe 10 years ago HD cameras were super expensive, or like
I was kind of expecting the quality to be more like enterprise for like I don't know what reason, but I just like set my expectations really low.
Yeah. Well, that was the latest series at that point. Wasn't it? So,
the one we don't talk about.
I really love season 4.
They referenced Archer though in Discovery.
Admiral Archer.
I forgot which episode, but they said like Archer and people.
Yeah,
like,
they referenced.
I mustn't have picked up on it, but
I remember something like that, but I don't remember exactly what. But they kind of do that though, like in the 2009 film. It's like, I transported Admiral Archer's Beagle, and now I'm here. And it's like it's probably the same Archer from Enterprise.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Moving on.
Okay. So our question of the week, and I'm asking both of you guys as well. So what's your predictions for season 2? What do you think's gonna happen?
I really have no idea.
Honestly, it's very out there. It's very
Yeah.
open-ended. You do see the Enterprise, and they have a distress score. But other than the Enterprise having some trouble, I'm guessing that's going to be a one-episode type thing. That's just going to be a gateway into what the real problem is.
Do you think there's gonna be like a time lapse or like a time jump, or do you think it's gonna just start from where they are, or like 3 months later?
I'd say it would start where they are.
Yeah.
And then if there's a time jump, it will happen between, say, like within or in between the first or the second episode.
They have to resolve this Enterprise distress call.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the time that Pike gets so something happened to Pike, right? Which is how Kirk was able to become the captain of the Enterprise.
Ooh,
usually dies or something. Or
usually. In all 3 universes, usually.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Once they resolve that, then it's really anyone's game.
Hey, like, I couldn't really recognize the ship on the thing. Was it like the old style Constitution class from the Next Generation? I mean, from the original series, or was it the Michael Bay style? Sorry, not
Michael Bay.
Yeah,
it's a transformer.
It's a Michael Bay style in the sense that it's exploding.
It's a J.J. Abrams one.
I think it was more J.J. Abrams because like the two like pizza cutter things were like toned down a bit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would kind of make sense. But in the JJ one, who was the first when the Enterprise was being built? Pike was captaining that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then, how did he get replaced by Kirk again?
No, he was replaced by Spock. He was replaced by Spock.
And then they decided Kirk was a better captain.
Because
Spock almost like killed him and was like emotionally.
He stepped down. He stepped down because he's emotionally distressed because
emotionally compromised.
Yeah, emotionally compromised. Yeah.
Because when you lose your planet, you can't man up to that.
Vulcan up to that.
Vulcan up to it.
What do you guys want to see in season 2 or like in future seasons?
Oh man, I really want them to like focus in on Baby Picard.
That's your only one thing. Like, Baby Picard.
And then zoom out into Baby Picard's future. And then the whole series becomes into next generation.
Isn't that legit like, what was it? You know how Picard had like a younger self who was evil? Which movie was that?
He was evil? No, he was just a dickhead.
He was just a dickhead.
Like a normal teenage dickhead guy.
You know what movie I'm talking about.
Wait, are we talking about a different... Is it still Star Trek?
Yeah, it's not First Contact.
You mean an episode?
No, the movie.
It was...
the last one, Nemesis.
It's with Bane, the one with
his
Bane.
clone.
Yeah, with his clone.
Nemesis.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nemesis.
Star Trek Nemesis.
Yeah. That's the legit Nemesis, isn't it? Like him and his clone/child thing.
I can't take that seriously. I just keep thinking I was talking about the darkness, and it's like, the darkness.
I think that's more of just a case of his upbringing, really.
Every time I see the darkness, I think of like there are 5 lights or something like that. You know that episode how he was tortured.
Oh yeah, there are 4 lights.
There are 4 lights. Yeah.
And then I remember that. Yeah. With the Cardassians and all that.
Mm.
So yeah, that was really iconic as well. I love that.
And what about you, Michael?
I guess so. There needs to be something big. It's not going to be episode by episode. There's going to be an overarching story.
Yeah.
And no doubt it's going to be somewhat dark. I hope
it's not like too hardcore though.
I wouldn't expect it to be too hardcore. They would learn from what.
Season 1 was so hardcore though. Like I legit had to like sit down and like prepare myself. Yeah.
I'd say there needs to be some overarching bad guy, and I'd say it's likely going to be an introduction to an alien race.
Or the bad guy could just be JoJo because she's like.
She's alive, but I'm sure they can just imprison her. Who's going to save her?
Oh wait, wasn't she freed at the end? Like she was kind of just like doing her own thing.
Well, she's still an individual, and I don't think they're going to continue this. I mean, this story is relatively well resolved. The Enterprise having a
But like they're just gonna let her like run off. Like that's not.
I feel like there needs to be a different story. They need to start a new storyline, a new like not like with the same characters. Same everything really, just a new problem, a new bad guy, and a new way of solving it.
I feel like I don't want it to be too hardcore. I want them just to have a nice vacation. Be happy.
I mean, I'd be actually quite happy if there are a couple episodes where they do kind of...
Shore leave. I mean... Shore leave for everyone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, face those kind of softer problems. I mean, they still tackle some problem, but it's... and it has to, in some way, relate to this overarching storyline, but it... kind of like the older series, like the Next Generation, where there's an episode by episode thing. Something that can add to the storyline, but at first seem like it's just an episode by episode thing. And so because it's less of a problem, it's not going to be as I don't know, it's not going to be as hardcore. They're going to solve it
definitely. There's going to be a thing with Culber, because maybe he's like a flashback, or maybe he actually comes back. But there's going to be a thing with him. And then I think...
No, that's true. That's one of the few things we do know.
Yeah.
Actually. So in what ways can he come back?
Mycelium.
Mycelium network.
I mean, was his brain uploaded anywhere? I mean, Ash Tyler's brain and memories were implanted. I don't know what happened to him,
because how he died and
Neck snap,
Yeah, and then he, you don't see his corpse, you don't see, because how people, when they die in space, you're meant to eject them and
in a torpedo tube.
Yeah, in a torpedo thing. But they didn't do that. So did they keep his body?
If they kept it frozen, the brain's probably still... I mean, this is the future. A snapped neck is
not a big deal.
Well, we don't know. But maybe it's repairable later on. I mean, does it really damage and maybe not being a doctor, I don't know. Does it damage the brain enough to...
No, it's just your survival.
So. Yeah, it's just that you can't control anything, and so you just suffocate or something.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure exactly. But if the brain's intact and if they save that quickly enough, then the memories are still there, and you might be able to transfer that, because you can see that they did it with Ash Tyler's memories.
I guess I just didn't like it. Because I talked before about how with Stamets and all that he didn't really have closure. That was what I was talking about. We and him, I guess, to a certain extent, we didn't see the corpse. We didn't see his coffin. We didn't, So
there wasn't enough time. They were in the middle of battle. So.
I know, but at the end, how everything was calming down in the last episode. He could have, if he died, we could have seen him at his grave or wherever,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Even just maybe 5 seconds, five seconds shot.
Yeah, or something like that.
So maybe he's not dead. Maybe it's what Michael's saying.
Well, I mean, not. Well, I mean, repairable.
Body's frozen.
Savable in some way.
Yeah.
Maybe just frozen somewhere for now.
For me, I really want to see in season 2. I want to see Tilly
Tilly.
Yeah.
Maybe the leader of the Beta.
Yeah, I want her to be advanced in her leadership. And I want Stamets to be friendly to everyone and not be sad all the time because his husband died. Yeah, that's
Well, I'd say Tilly would definitely have some more of a leadership position, because she's already grown. So now you have to resolve that growth in something else. And I guess curious about what the next challenge for her would be.
Yeah.
But we'll have to wait and see what the main premise is, really. I'm sure the first trailer would give a good amount of hint.
Yeah, and it's the Borg.
No. No.
Yeah.
The Borg is Next Generation, isn't it?
Yeah, they come out quite a bit later.
Yeah.
And that's the thing,
they're not even in the Alpha Quadrant.
Come out, but they come out later as well, don't they?
They're not in the Alpha Quadrant, that's why.
But they can time travel.
They can time travel, but why?
You want to time travel?
I mean, it'll be in... Oh... No, they do.
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna keep.
I think they're an enemy we've already explored too much.
Yeah, I would agree. They were in They were
that being said, we did just go back to Klingons, but
Klingons was they wanted to, because we didn't really talk about the Klingon War much. They wanted to explore that part.
Yeah. And they're a very sort of big historical thing. They're also native to the quadrant, so I think the Borg was just put in
also,
in that
this is
stage.
Yeah, this is early days.
Yeah.
They're not even, the United Federation of Planets doesn't even have the Klingons yet. So it's really early days.
Did the Klingons ever join UFP?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
In DS9.
In the following ones, like I think after like Worf joined and all that, it became like really like mainstream.
Oh, they were just. I thought they were still a separate entity. Like
I thought so as well, but for example, the last few seasons of DS9, I haven't.
They were like
properly.
they were like allies, but like, they weren't.
So allies means like
they weren't part of the same flag though. Like,
I mean, they have their own flag. The Federation has their own flag too, but they still have like the you know.
Oh, nationalism again. It doesn't.
No, you know how it's like the UN has their flag, but like each country has their own flag.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess what kind of problems are occurring because they've been writing the story.
Yeah.
Are they writing it right now? If they're already written it,
they're like writing it now.
Oh, they haven't.
So
I don't know.
So what problems are happening now that are worth tackling?
I mean,
Trump.
Like gun violence. Like that's a big one, but they're not gonna do that because
that's probably that can be easily tackled in a modern day sense. So the good thing, how you can easily tackle the gay relationship, for example, is because we're in the future and this should be
just
normal.
Have it,
and that's how it's tackled in the sense that this is.
I guess they already did that in season 1, but like now I don't think there's any like hot button issues besides like school shootings and all that.
I guess. There are certain issues that suit itself well that the idealistic future just has it as normal, and that's how you tackle it.
Yeah, and it's like how would you tackle that then? Because like they don't all have guns.
I mean, they've already kind of tackled it in their premise of just
being in a society like that.
Yeah.
So, I really don't. I mean, I'm not putting up terrorism.
Okay, shore leave for everyone. Shore leave.
Yeah, season of shore leave.
They go to Risa. They discover. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Did you hear that? Who's doing it? Paramount? No, someone else. Who's doing the film stuff?
What
like
film?
Which production company is doing it now?
What do you mean?
Like, is it Paramount? It's not Paramount, is it?
For movies or
for Discovery?
It's CBS.
Oh, CBS is doing it.
Yeah, CBS and Netflix.
Oh, cool. So do you hear that, CBS and Netflix?
Seasonal surely. And a baby Picard. That's going to be the end of our podcast. For this week, the question that you guys can comment on our Facebook would be about what are your predictions for season 2? If you comment or you guys like our Facebook or YouTube or SoundCloud link, then you guys can get, I think, 20 points, is it now?
20 points?
Yeah.
Gryffindor.
Yeah, 20 points, 20 points for you on your membership account that you can redeem for a movie ticket, or you can get something from our goodie box, which is in the locker, season 3. Season 3? Level 3. Level 3. I'm like, season 3 maze. Level 3 maze. Yeah. So, bye, and we'll see you guys next time. Hey!
See ya.